Hello student, myself Digant Sakhiwala, I am your science sir. Today we are going to learn chapter number 5, periodic classification of element. Dear student, scientists found out so many elements, okay, like hydrogen, helium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, so many elements they find out. But how to arrange them? Like in our home so many material are there, like toothpaste, toothbrush, soap, detergent, clothes are there, sleepers are there, shoes are there, so many things are there, medicines are there. We cannot put everything together, we arrange them. Shoes are on the different place, toothbrush is on the different place, or we can that soap, shampoos are at the different place, clothes are in the different place. Like that scientists have a problem to arrange this all the element. Okay, so this arrangement was done by the Daubigny, Newland and Mendeleev. They somewhat get the success to arrange all the element. After that scientists arrange all the element according to their atomic number in modern periodic table. So step by step we will learn. Chapter number 5, periodic classification of element. At present 118 elements known, out of them only 94 elements are naturally occurring. So we can say that 118 elements are known and out of them only 94 elements are naturally occurring. So other are prepared in the lab by the nuclear fusion, fission or any other reaction we can prepare in the lab. As different elements were being discovered, scientists gather more and more information about the properties of this element. Okay, so different elements were being discovered, scientists gathered more and more information about the properties of this element. So after that they can arrange all the elements according to their properties. They found it difficult to organize all that was known about element. They started looking for some pattern in their properties on the basis of which they could study such a large number of elements with ease. Okay, so what happened, so many elements were there, so they start searching about the property, they start research on the property of them, and they want to arrange in a particular pattern in that all the elements are, their properties are almost same. Okay, early attempt at the classification of element. The earliest attempt to classify the element resulted in the grouping the known element as metal and non-metal. So early attempt in that, dear student, the scientists classify the element in the two category, metals and non-metals. Okay, we know the physical property and chemical properties of the metal and non-metal. At that time there was no concept of semi-metal like silicon, germanium, arsenic. Okay, so they just classify the most of the element into two category, one is metal and other is non-metal. Further classification were carried out as the knowledge of element and properties increased. So further classification was carried out as the knowledge of element and properties increased. So as they find out more and property, then classification is become more and more easy. Daubigny triad. In the year 1817, John Wolfgang Daubigny, a German chemist, tried to arrange the element with the similar properties into group. Now dear student, you have to concentrate here on one word, that is called group. In any periodic table, means arrangement of element in the table, in that vertical column are there, they are called group. Okay, in any periodic table, means arrangement of elements table, in that horizontal lines are there, they are called period. Okay, so first scientist was a Daubigny and he gave the Daubigny triads. Triad means three, concentrate on here. In the year 1817, John Wolfgang Daubigny, a German chemist, tried to arrange the elements with the similar property into the groups. So he managed in the three element group, and so it is called the triad. Group means here you consider as what? A vertical column. He identifies some group having the three element each, so he called this group triad. So he find out here three element, and because of that reason he gave the name as what? Triads. Daubigny saw that when three elements in the triad were written in the order of increasing atomic mass of middle element was roughly the average of the atomic mass of the other element. Now dear student, we know about the average. Average of anything is what? Total number of total of the observation, whatever the observation are there, and divided by the number of observation. Okay, So he arranged these all the element according to their atomic mass. He focus on the atomic mass and 3 element he take here. 3 element he arranged, so it is called triad. Now according to him, when we arrange the 3 element, in that we add the first and third element, okay, their atomic mass we add, first and third element atomic mass when we add and divide by 2, then we get the mass of the center atom. Okay, so first for that he take almost about the lithium is 6.9, sodium is 23, potassium is 39.0. Now when we add lithium and potassium mass and divide by 2, then we get the almost nearer value of sodium. So 6.9, when we add in the 39.0, then we get 45.9 and 40. Same way nitrogen, phosphorus and arsenic, the values are not nearer to 31.0. So it is a roughly nearer to, it is not exactly nearer to. So when nitrogen 14.0 is added in the 17.4.9 divided by 2, the value is not coming nearer to the 31. But if we try to add the calcium and barium, that is 40.1 plus 137.3, then almost we get the nearer value 87.6, but not exact value. So according to Daubigny, whenever we in the triad, if we add the first and third elements atomic mass divide by 2, then we get the value for the atomic mass of the center atom. Same way chlorine is 35.5, bromine is 79.9, iodine is 126.9. if we add, then almost we get the atomic mass of bromine, that is 79.9. but for so many element, okay, the rule is not applicable. Okay, it is somewhat applicable for the few triads, but all for that it is not applicable, and it is mainly based on atomic mass. Other chemical properties are not discussed. So after that, Newland's law of octaves come in the existence. Okay, so we will learn about the Newland's law of octaves. Newland law of octaves. In 1886, John Newland, an English scientist, arranged the elements in order of increasing atomic mass. Okay, dear student, we know that atomic mass means what? Atomic mass means number of proton plus number of neutron is called the atomic mass. Okay, so in 1886, John Newland, an English scientist, arranged the element in order of increasing atomic mass. So he arranged like that. Okay, he started with the lower atomic mass H and ended with the thorium, which was 56th element. Okay, so he arranged all the element according to their atomic mass. He started with the hydrogen and ended with the thorium. He found that every 8 element has the same property similar to that of the first. So you can concentrate here. It is like musical octaves. You can say here, this is sa re ga ma pa dha ni, and the sa is that is similar to other. So we take example, hydrogen, after that lithium come, beryllium come, boron come, carbon come, nitrogen come, oxygen come. But when he check about the fluorine, fluorine is similar to the hydrogen, so fluorine he kept here. Same way he find that sodium is similar to lithium. He find that magnesium is similar to beryllium, aluminium is similar to boron, silicon is similar to carbon, phosphorus is similar to nitrogen, sulfur is similar to oxygen. After that again, then he find that potassium is similar to sodium, chlorine is similar to fluorine, calcium is similar to magnesium, chromium is similar to aluminium. Okay, manganese is similar to phosphorus, Fe is similar to sulfur and oxygen. Okay, so like that he arranged all the elements according to their properties as well as their atomic mass. Okay, he found that every 8 element had same property similar to that the first. It is similar to musical octaves, so he called the law of octaves. So it is like sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa. Okay, so he told that the last element will be there, like after oxygen what will come? Fluorine will come, but oxygen, after that he did not write fluorine here, but fluorine is similar to the somewhat like hydrogen, he find out that. Okay, so he kept the fluorine here. Same way chlorine, bromine, or all other elements are there. In Newland octaves, the properties of the lithium and sodium were found to be the same. Similarly, beryllium and magnesium resemble each other. So most probably he did a good work, but somewhere he find problem. Okay, like he add here cobalt and nickel. Okay, the cobalt and nickel has not property like the first group element here. Okay, cobalt and nickel, they have property like what? Iron. Same way here in the beryllium and magnesium, calcium, okay, they have also somewhat same chemical property. Law of octave was applicable only up to the calcium, as after calcium every 8 element did not possess property similar to that of the first. Dear student, concentrate here. This totally is applicable in modern science till calcium. After calcium, no element follow this rule. They have the different chemical properties. As research are going on, they find out the something new. Okay. It was assumed by the Newland that only 56 elements existed in nature and no more element would be discovered in the future. So according to the Newland, that only 56 elements are there, that is in the nature existed, and no more element will be discovered in the future. In order to fit element into his table, Newland adjusted 2 elements in the same slot. Cobalt and nickel are in the same slot, and these are placed in the same column as fluorine, chlorine and iodine, which have very different properties than these elements. So mistake you can see here, cobalt and nickel, they have different properties than hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine and bromine. Then also he kept here, okay. Cobalt and nickel has the property like what? Iron here. Okay. Fe resembles cobalt and nickel in property has been placed away from these elements. Okay. Fe resembles cobalt and nickel in property has been placed away from this element. Dear student, we can see that hydrogen has also both two type of tendency. It can lose the electron, so +1, or it can gain the 1 electron, so -1. So hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine and bromine, they have tendency to gain the electron also. Okay, so maybe we can say that they are correct, but cobalt and nickel has not same property as hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine and bromine. Cobalt and nickel has same property like Fe. With the discovery of noble gases, the law of octaves become irrelevant. Okay, so when the discovery of helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, this type of inert gas are there, then the law of octave was become irrelevant. So today, dear student, we learn about the Daubenier triads, Daubenier classification. We learn about the Newland's law of octaves. Okay, so for that you have to do the writing practice, then you try to write in the exam. So this is all about for the today's portion. Thank you so much.